Hey everyone, Ida from PGP here, and welcome back to Headline Mondays, and welcome to Australian GP week. So, what happened last week? Well, there wasn't a lot, I want to say, like at least not compared to previous weeks, compared to winter break, honestly. I feel like it's been a relatively slow news cycle ever since the season started again, but there did happen some things. So what did happen? So let's get started with V-Carb or Toro Rosso or whatever. I still can't decide on a name for them, but anyway, so racing director Alain Permin actually came out and said that he wanted to talk to the FIA after he accused Kevin Magnussen of unsportsmanlike behavior during the race when he passed Yuki. So we'll see where that goes, whether it was just bravado, him just saying that, or whether he actually wants to lodge a complaint with the FIA. Other than that, on the Visa Cash App front, we have Helmut Marko, our lovely Helmut Marko, coming out and saying that both Yuki and Daniel have to basically prove themselves this year, and that especially Danny has to really step up his game after a lackluster performance in the first two races. And I mean, while I don't disagree, that word choice of his, Helmut Marko's, almost makes me worried that we're gonna see another Nick type situation, which honestly Red Bull as a whole is known for this season. So who knows? I just hope Danny can pull it out of the bag. So from sister team to main team, what happened at Red Bull? Well, so on the whole Horner accusations, what have you front, and everything that's connected to that, we have Horner coming out and saying that he won't stop Max from leaving if he truly wants to leave, but that he, at the end of the day, still believes that Max's commitment to the team is unwavering. So we'll see what happens there. And then it also came out via the BBC that the employee that was suspended at Red Bull has lodged a formal appeal with the team regarding their decision to dismiss the Horner allegations. And from what I've heard, they also want to go to court over this against Horner. So we'll see what happens. I don't think we've seen the end of it by a long shot. And then in terms of silly season preview, because we have also some news there, Horner said that he has a preference for Checo for next season because Checo's contract is up at the end of this season. However, Horner also cautioned that he knows of at least 16 other drivers that want that second Red Bull seat. So, Checo, if I were you, don't rest on your laurels. And then we move to Ferrari. And while it isn't confirmed yet whether Carlos will be back for Australia after having appendicitis, Vasseur came out and said that he's optimistic that he will be back. And also that there will be major upgrades coming in Imola, but with minor upgrades coming as soon as Japan and China. Because remember, Japan and China are in the early part of the year this year, instead of the later parts like it was in previous seasons. So, and in terms of the Ferrari upgrades, they're talking about a car, the current car they have is their 1.0 car, and it's a good baseline, but they are planning to basically overhaul the entire thing with upgrades by the end of the season. Which, I mean, they already have 2 podiums. So if they truly want to overhaul that car, I see race wins in their future. Of course, that also means Red Bull won't bring any upgrades, which I doubt will happen. Like, Red Bull's bound to also bring upgrades. But who knows? Let me live in my Ferrari delusion. And then we have some Audi news, because as you might have heard, Audi started the takeover process from Sauber because Sauber is becoming Audi in 2026. And while the takeover, from what I've heard, while the takeover process wasn't supposed to be as rapid, because they still basically have 2 seasons, as Sauber, it's actually progressing more rapidly than expected. And because of that, Bottas actually came out and said that his priority is the Audi project and that he wants to get in there long term. So I don't, like, while there were rumors that he potentially retires, say after 2024 or 2025, based on that statement alone, I don't see it happening, but who knows? Because just because he wants to get in there long term, maybe they don't want him, who knows? And then we have some Aston Martin news to round us out. They also gave us a silly season preview, if you will, with Mike Crack, their team principal, coming out and saying that they want to work with Fernando long term because, yes, his contract is also up in 2024. But they understand that he needs a fast car in order to be willing to stay with them. So while I think he will stay, probably, it all depends on how they place, what kinds of upgrades they bring pre-summer break or even post-summer break, honestly. I mean, I feel like these days, silly season is all season. And a winter break too, when it was mostly summer break in prior years. But that was all for this week, and hope to see you guys next week. Bye.